Well, my reaction was sadness, because Penn State is a wonderful university. In my judgment, it's one of the 4 or 5 best public universities in the country. Cal Berkeley, UCLA, maybe Michigan, and Penn State, I think, are at the top of the ladder. And it's a university that's great with or without a football program. I want to stress that, number one. And obviously, this is going to tarnish their reputation, and Penn State's going to have some catch-up to do. I felt very sad because of that. I first and foremost felt very sad for the children, particularly the children whose injury that was cast upon them. And by the way, an injury which mentally may scar them for the rest of their lives, that could have been prevented had Penn State officials done the right thing for them. Could have been prevented. Remember, we knew in 2000, actually in 1998, District Attorney Greencard had a case which I think probably should have gone to trial. In 2000, when the janitors made their report, we knew. In 2002, when Coach McQuarrie made his report to Coach Paterno, he made his report to the athletic director Schultz. If those incidents had been reported, there would be many children who wouldn't have suffered the debilitating attacks and the type of things that they did. So, Penn State needs to clean up its own rules and its own culture. Forget criminal law. Penn State should have a rule that anyone who sees any type of criminal activity is responsible for reporting it to the authorities. Not just to their superior, to the authorities. What the legislature will do with those rules and laws remains to be seen. I think they should tighten it. But remember, it's not just how strong the laws are, it's if people are going to comply with the law. What's more important? What do we hold most valuable? And I think the sanctity of our young people's lives is the thing we should hold first and foremost. So, I was very sad about that. Do I think Coach Paterno is treated fairly? Well, I almost should disqualify myself from answering that question, because over the years I became close friends with Coach Paterno. We were honored together during my time as mayor at a Salvation Army dinner. That was the first time we met. And then when I became governor, he was having some losing seasons in the beginning, and I would call him to buck his spirits up. When he saw me getting battered in the media, he would come to me to buck my spirits up. And I think he's done an enormous amount of good for not only Penn State, but for the state of Pennsylvania, for many charitable institutions like the Salvation Army. And what he did here was a mistake. It turned out to be a huge mistake. It turned out to be a mistake that may have hurt some young children irretrievably. But I think when you total up the box score, to speak the sports analogy, for Coach Paterno, you have to balance it. You have to balance all the good he did with this mistake he made here. I was surprised that Gordon let him speak publicly to begin with. That's number one. And number two, I mean, it seems like he's telling a story that's not connected to reality. Because to leave out what Coach McQuarrie said, the 2 janitors saw him involved in what was a pernicious sex act as well. And there's just countless evidence, including the mother and the state police, not the state police officer, the campus police officer, hearing him say, "I wish I was dead." That doesn't sound like someone who's just involved in forcing around. So, again, I think one of the things we have to do is let this all play out. We have a judicial system, a legal system. I think we all believe in it, and we should let it play out. Discontinuing this season or turning down a bowling light would punish the young man on the Penn State football team. And those young men did absolutely nothing wrong. Absolutely nothing wrong.